welcome back to our channel. If you haven't yet to subscribe, please go ahead and subscribe now. And we appreciate the love and support you guys have given us so far. Yay!
Yes. On a serious note, before we get going with our topic, we do want to send our positive vibes, our love, and our prayers out to our friends in Nigeria and Armenia, and of course, Africa. All of Africa.
There's a lot of stuff going on right now that our news is shielding us from that we don't see.
Yes.
So please, please, please do your research. Utilize CNN, Twitter. You have social medias. Utilize that platform to educate yourself on what is happening in the world right now. The things that are going on in Nigeria and Armenia are just tragic and they're just heartbreaking.
Yeah.
So please send them out your love, your thoughts, and your prayers, and just positive vibes to help them. It's hard.
It is. Wow. It's the world we live in.
This year has been
nothing but crazy.
I don't have words for it.
Yeah.
It's just been that kind of a year.
Same.
But
well, since we are limited on time today, I do not mean to be disheartful if you think that I am, but we are limited on time.
For sure.
But our topic today is completely different from what we picked out of the jar.
Yeah, it is.
Just because we just couldn't find, not necessarily we couldn't find content, but we just didn't feel
time
like
and place.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a time and place for the information we want to talk about and the topic we want to talk about in the education section.
Mm-hmm.
And given everything going on right now, we just think it's best that we don't touch base on that, on education piece at this moment.
Yes.
So
also, really quickly, if you haven't already, do not forget to vote.
Yeah. Vote.
Okay.
Vote. Your vote. You might not think your vote is going to make a difference, because I thought the same, but it truly will. So if you don't vote, you're not helping. Your voice is not going to be heard, but if you do vote, it's going to make an impact. So please vote a million times.
Right, this train is going every single direction but straight. So our topic today is
relationships. Oh, the joys of relationships. Yeah, we're talking about relationships. Honestly, with relationships, it could be, you can make it very, you can dive in deep. You can make it a very into-depth conversation, or you can just simplify it with with some of the things we're going to give you guys today, what we're going to talk about.
4 main topics, right?
Yep.
Is it 4?
Yes, it was 4. Okay. The first one is setting expectations.
Mm-hmm.
So personally for you,
Mm-hmm.
what expectations do you have for yourself?
Mm-hmm.
And then what expectations do you have for a relationship?
So for myself, I won't share, just because if my significant other is watching right now, I would want them to just look at me and realize what my expectations are, or like have a sit down and just
Okay.
Just kidding.
You threw me off, but I got you. I'm following.
But the expectations I would set for my significant other, because I'm not sure my expectations, but for my significant other, I would want somebody who's, first of all, godly. Someone who is family oriented, someone who is overall in love with themselves, and then somebody,
and there's nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all.
And don't mix it up with being selfish, because it's 2 different things.
2 different things.
Yep.
And then somebody who's found their purpose and is walking in their purpose.
Oh, I love that. That's a huge thing. Good luck. I'm not saying it's not gonna happen. You're looking for amazing qualities, and I'm gonna be cheering for you when
my standards are like, let me know, are my standards all the way up here when they just gotta be down here a little bit?
You should never lower your standards and expectations for anybody.
Okay.
Because if that person can't meet your standards, then they're not the one.
You are not able.
So that's just I've had to learn to not, because I've lowered my standards personally for me. For the longest time, I've had my standards really high, and then I lowered them because I thought I needed to. But what you have to realize is when you lower your standards, you're lowering your values. You're lowering what is important to you. And you're devaluing yourself. When really you should always see your worth. You should always see the value within yourself. And ultimately, when you keep yourself up there, you keep your standards high, the person who's meant to be your match is gonna show up. It might not be when you want them to show up, but they will show up. And they're not gonna ask you to lower the bar. If anything, they're gonna challenge you to better yourself.
Wow.
So
that is.
So never lower your expectations. If your expectations are high, keep them high, and the perfect person will come when it's time for him to come into your life or for her to come into your life. But never ever lower your standards or lower yourself and your worth. Period. So with expectations,
with the
dot on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have a question for you though.
Sure.
Another question. So that's expectations. Don't lower your expectations. Period.
I'm ready for this other question.
Yes. The other question.
Let me hit me with it.
Okay. Would you ever date somebody with a child? And could you put yourself on the? Can you put yourself on the other side?
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean, and that kind of hit the wind right out of me.
I'm so intrigued to hear. Like, I'm excited to hear what your answer is.
Because personally, growing up, until this day and age, have
my classes.
I've told myself that I would never date a man with kids because I don't want that extra baggage. I don't want to be someone's stepmom. Just no. You
don't want to play mom for some losers.
No, I don't.
Keeping it real. We're just gonna flat out say it. I mean, it's okay. It's completely okay to feel like that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
At all. So I just want to normalize that. It's okay if you don't want to date anybody with kids. Like, everybody has their preference, and yes, sometimes dating somebody with a child can complicate things at times because not only are you getting to know the person, but now you're getting to know the child too because there's a potential that you could be the stepmom.
But to answer that second part of the question, I've honestly never thought about, like, would somebody want to date me if I had a kid?
Yeah.
So that does change the game a little bit. But to be completely honest, I've set this expectation for myself. So I believe the right guy for me has also set that expectation for themselves. So when the time's right, I will meet the guy who also doesn't want to date a female with kids. Like, I don't want to date a male with kids.
Yeah.
But, that question was like...
Trip, huh?
Yeah, that was a trip. I've never thought about the other side. I've only thought about, like, no, I'm not going to date a guy with kids.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That is crazy.
Relationships are hard.
Yeah.
So I know this is like a little bit off topic, but today you're 24. And the reason why I want to highlight your birthday or your age is because culturally, by now, you are expected to but to be a wife to somebody and potentially a mother to like 4 kids.
Yes.
And the fact that you have come this far and you're just doing you. You're soul searching, you're finding yourself, you're just loving yourself is incredible.
Oh, thank you.
Because it takes a lot of courage and it takes a lot of strength for somebody to go against the culture and the norm. And you're like, no, I'm not going to fall victim to what people think is a norm of getting married at a young age, having kids at a young age, because that's what we're taught. That's what we see all the time.
Right.
So kudos to you.
Thank you
for just doing you and
also,
just being the amazing person you are.
Yeah. Also, kudos to all the other females out there who are my age and older who haven't fallen victim to our culture.
Yeah. And we're not dissing anybody who decided to get married at a young age and have kids. That's if that's the route you wanted to go, then kudos to you.
Mm-hmm.
But for her specifically, I wanted to give her that shout out because oftentimes it's looked past, or you're looked down upon. It's like, why are you married? Why don't you have kids? Like, what is wrong with you?
Mm-hmm.
And people start to speculate all this crazy nonsense and really just negate the truth of, look, I just want to do me. I don't want to be married right now. There's a time and place for that, and it's just not my season right now.
No, our mom is such a constant reminder.
Yeah?
Such a constant reminder.
She's cute.
Yes, you are. But sometimes you drive me insane. But, like...
That's why I don't live with you. Love you.
Well, now that I'm 24, I know for a damn fact that she's gonna just bring it up all the time. Like, oh, you're not dating anybody. Oh, are you not gonna get married anytime soon? Oh, are you not gonna have kids?
Oh, it's gonna...
You're 24. You're getting old.
She's gonna drag you to move out of the house.
She is.
She
is.
Like, I see that happening.
All of 23, that's all I heard.
Yeah.
That's all I heard. Now that I'm 24, I feel like it's a constant thing. It's gonna be a constant thing every single day. So, Mom, if you're watching this, I respect you in all means.
She loves you.
But I'm not getting married anytime soon. I'm not going to be in a relationship anytime soon. And I'm not having babies anytime soon. Because I want to make sure that I am taken care of and that I am successful.
Love you. I love that. And I think it's funny you touch on success. I think in relationships, both parties should come into a relationship whole.
Preach.
Your happiness should not depend on the other person.
No, not at all.
So you should, like, let's say you have insecurities on love. You can't expect your partner to fill that void of loving you. Like, no, there's women and men should never come into a relationship with the expectation of this person is going to fix my issues or whatever.
And that's where expectations fall in line. First of all, set that expectation to love yourself completely and wholly.
Agreed.
And then set that expectation for your significant other to love themselves fully and whole before you're able to be in that relationship. Because, like you said, no one's here to fill your void.
Yeah.
So make sure that you're 100% before you jump into a relationship with somebody else.
Yep. It's crazy
how
oftentimes we forget that. And I think I've learned, because I've been in situations where I've got into relationships because I wanted them to fill a void. But it's a temporary high. It's such a temporary feeling to where once, like, reality sinks back in, you're like, ugh.
Just like, oh,
I felt, I'm like, what the hell am I doing in this relationship?
Right.
Because I could tell you why I was in that relationship. But at that moment.
Reasoning. Everything happens
for a reason. Yep. I got you there.
Yes.
But it's just weird.
It is. But
next topic. Because we can dive in deep. We can keep talking about this.
We can keep talking all day long.
But
communication. Crunch, but
to me, communication is important. Because
well, let me ask you this. To you, is communication key?
Yes.
It is. Okay.
To an extent, it's key.
Okay.
But with my communication, love languages tie into that.
Okay.
And I need to be able to for me to effectively, it is 11 o'clock at night.
It is. It's pretty late.
But for me to effectively communicate to my partner, I need to know their love language. Right. So when I do talk to them, I'm talking to them in a way they do understand. So for me, perfectly, my love languages are words of affirmation, acts of service, quality time, physical touch, and gifts.
Okay.
And basically what that says is, if you want to communicate with me, words of affirmation. These are what's going to help.
Yeah.
But let's say your love language is receiving gifts. You're trying to communicate to me using your love language, so you're buying me gifts.
Right.
I'm checked out of this conversation. Because I'm like, why the hell are you buying me gifts? I don't care for gifts. When, hey, you're beautiful, or hey, how's your day, or hey, I appreciate you,
right.
And then dive into something. So I think me knowing my love languages and me knowing my partner's love language will help me be more effective in my communication. Boom. Now I'm going to turn the question to you.
Yes.
What's important to you?
So to me, it's the complete opposite of everything that you just described.
Oh my God.
Lay it on me. To me, communication is not key.
Okay.
If I communicate something to you, I expect you to comprehend.
Instead of blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, so to me, comprehension is key. So all day, every day, I can talk to you and you can be like, blah, blah, blah. That's all you hear me say is blah, blah, blah. Okay? Mm-hmm. But if you are able to comprehend, like, hey, I need you to do X, Y, and Z. Mm-hmm. So in your head, she wants me to do X, Y, and Z. Right. So now you comprehended what I said. So now you are going to complete what I asked you to. Right. So therefore, now we are at an understanding because you were able to comprehend what I said. And
just understanding your love language.
So my love language, although I do have my own 5 love languages, I just feel like comprehending is so important. And then after that, it does, like, my 5 love languages do follow.
Yeah. I think it can go both ways, or they can go hand in hand depending on.
That is true.
How the conversation is going.
That is quite true.
Yeah, dude. I had to learn to back up when it comes to conversating or just communicating with people in general. Because I've read the love languages and I took the test for the love language, when people talk to me or when I observe, I know what their love language is, and I've found that it's a lot easier for me to communicate with them because I'm utilizing their love language.
Love languages are really, really important, and we will have like the little tests that you can take in the description. Yep. Because it's really, really important.
And it's free.
Yeah, it is free. And it's super important for you to know what your love language is before you go into a relationship. Because now you understand how you want to be loved, how you want to be treated, and how you want to be understood.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
You can find it on Google. Just type up 5 love languages, and then we're also added in the description. So you have an access point.
Yes.
But that was cool.
I liked
it. We can always dive in deep into these conversations. It's crazy how we can just make it small. Yeah. But I feel like if we had the time, we can talk for hours about each topic and just break it apart and whatnot and see. Yeah. But is there anything else you want to add?
No, that was it. Thank you so much for watching. We do appreciate you all.
That is all we have for this week. Our jar before we end.
Oh, I almost forgot.
Our fun jar.
Mystery jar. Can I even see it? The word mystery. Oh wow. Oh my. Dang, how did you almost forget that? How did I forget it?
I don't know, dude. It's your birthday. Go shawty. It's your birthday.
Pick a
good
topic.
Like it's your birthday.
Good topic for
we're gonna wait until it's Saturday, and I can't sing to save my life. So, y'all ready?
Yes.
Ready. Oh god. I can't open it. Self-care.
Oh, that is so awesome. That just falls in line
with today's topic. Dude, we manifest this stuff like crazy.
We do.
I love it.
It's amazing.
So next week will be on self-care. Stay tuned. And if you're asking us what's the topic for next week, you should watch our videos, and that will give you a hint as to what we're going to be watching. So with that, love yourself, be kind to yourself, because at the end of the day, you only got you. So do you, boo-boo, and love yourself.
And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Remember, next week's topic is self-care. So comment down below what you're doing to have that self-care for yourself. We'll see you later. Bye.